Hey guys, I'm here to quickly share my top 10 summery makeup favorites. So I'm not doing every single category like brows and lashes. I'm doing my favorite like summer colors and formulas, and I'm trying to just keep to the things that are specifically summery for me. Have one foundation, and I'm going to share that with you. And then I've got a couple of categories where I'm cheating, and I've got 2 options because you might prefer a different formula. So it's really 12, but we're going to pretend that it's 10. Let's get going. My favourite summer foundation that I have fallen back in love with is an oldie but goodie, and that is the MAC Face and Body. Not the Sheer Glow one, the normal MAC Face and Body. I wore this today for the first time in years. I just thought about it and thought, I wonder if they still make that. It was something I always loved. This bottle's a bit ridiculously huge. I won't be able to travel with this summer because it's so big, 120 mils. But it seemed to be sold out everywhere in the smaller size, so I just grabbed this because it's cheap as chips compared to most of the foundations I buy. And it is so skin-like. It never sits in my pores. It's weird. I tend to like blending this with my fingers, and as you're blending it in, it will like seize up on your skin, and then you just keep blending and it kind of then goes soft and becomes one with your skin. It is fabulous, and I will never stop buying this. It's so good for summer because even when you get sweaty, it kind of forms like a waterproof, swim-proof film, but not in a way that you feel. It just seems to be summer-proof, but you don't look matte, because a lot of summery makeup, base makeup, people go for things that like stop oil coming through, and I can't do the matte look. But I don't like things like this bloody abomination from Charlotte Tilbury that makes you look like the Tin Man either. This gives you, look, this healthy sheen and a bit of coverage, and it stays the same on me for 8 hours, 10 hours. It's amazing. So we love MAC Face and Body. Everything will be linked. On to bronzers next. I do like a bronzy glow at this time of year. I do bronze a little bit in autumn winter, but I tend to do like a matte powder bronzer because I'm just trying to not contour, because I don't like a kind of greyish dull contour that makes me have a shadow. I tend to, on the whole, I mean, I do have the Victoria Beckham one, the stylo for contouring my nose and stuff, but I tend to do more of a just big fluffy brush bronze here and here if I'm using a powder. And in summer, I want more of a shimmery, beachy look. So I have fallen back in love with the By Terry CC Serum in Sunny Flash. Excuse me, I've got an itchy eye. I just got this small size to see if I still loved it as much as I used to. And also because I'm going to be traveling, I like my minis in summer because they make my stuff fit in my bag easier. I will say I have been comparing, and I have another product coming to make another comparison, and I'll do a short or something. I've ordered the new Balm Essential from Chanel in the very bronzy Solar Glow. I've got this, and then I've got my Forever Glow Maximizer from Dior in the bronzy tone. And I would say this is the best, hands down, because it's so multi-use and because it's easy to blend and it feels like tinted skincare. The shimmer is very subtle, the glow is subtle, it feels refined, and I will say I far prefer it to this, the Star Filter, and this. I feel like the glow is more subtle, more expensive looking, more refined, and doesn't mess around and make your pores look big or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and order the bigger size. And there's a lot more shades now, I noticed, because it used to be that the next one down from this was like apricot, and it pulled very orange on me. But I've noticed that there are some neutral toned ones now that would maybe replace this kind of skin toned glow base product for me. I'm just not getting on very well with any of these, applying them all over the face. I have to apply a tiny amount if I apply them everywhere. I'm feeling like it's better for me just to use these almost like highlighters on the high points of the face, but I should never have really bought this big 50 ml or whatever it is size, because I'm just not going to use it all over the face as a kind of glowy foundation or whatever. So I'm loving that one. If you don't like a shimmery bronze like that and you just want a normal, you've already got a glowy base and you think, well, glow on glow is too much. I really love, I'm surprised by how much I love the Jones Road Gel Bronzer. I have it in the shade light Clair, and it is just, even though it's in a squeezy tube and everything, it's not messy, it's easy to apply and blend, and I never look muddy. I'm wearing it today, and I really like this a lot. So that's the first three. Then on to other face products. So blush, and I'm cheating because I've got a cream blush and a single powder blush. There are others that I'm looking at that are on the side here, but these are just the best. This is the Luminous Silk Cheek Tint from Giorgio Armani. Everything will be listed down in the description box. I cannot remember the name of this colour, and if it says it on here, I don't see it. Luminous Silk Cheek Tint, but the name of the colour is not on there, so I will look it up and put it in the description. But it's the corally peachy one, and there's only one. So this is just, what I like about this is the colour is almost luminous in the glow that it gives, but this one you can just dot your 3 dots. So I do a dot for the pop in the cheek, the apple of the cheek, and then 2 higher, one kind of there, one there, and I've got plenty of time to blend it out. I use my BK Beauty 109. It's smaller than the 101, so it's really great for applying cheek cream products, and it blends seamlessly and it gives a nice glow. It's not too pigmented, so you can build. I'd rather have something I have to build up than something that's shockingly pigmented and then I have to work hard to blend and take it down a notch, by which time it's rubbed all my foundation off. So this is just that lovely, slightly moussey, creamy texture that's very forgiving. It's not like a stain the minute it hits your face. It's lovely. My neighbour's always doing really annoying things at really annoying times of day. She's now blowing leaves in her garden or something, and it's in the evening. Anyway, I was going to mention the Huda Beauty one. I just feel like they give a similar effect, but this is slightly more difficult to work with. I feel like I have to put it on my hand and then pick it up with the brush, or you do get, like, it sticks straight away and you get a bit of a stain, and then it's hard to make it look seamless. I sometimes, especially on this side where I've got melasma all around here and a big bit there, sometimes I have to be really careful with my blusher and bronzer not all blending together and looking blotchy because of the pigment showing through, because I wear sheer foundation. So I do love the colour of this, and it's very pretty when it's done, but this is, they're virtually identical, but this is slightly less pigmented and a bit more friendly to use. Okay, and if you don't fancy a cream like this Haus Labs, what is it called? Colour Fuse Blush in Pomelo Peach. They've reformulated the packaging, so the compact and the makeup inside is you get a little bit less, but it's just so small and portable. It's got a mirror in it, and this peachy shade is amazing. It's super pigmented. It's very similar to these colours, but it's that kind of powder blush that will stick and will hold and will last like a cream will last. What I would say is I do go in with a very open, fluffy brush. My favourite brush to use with this is the Real Techniques. Is it cheek blush or blush brush? Because it's really domed. You won't get any harsh lines. And, excuse me, my suggestion is that you go in for the tiny, I'll put a bit more on now. Go in with the tiniest tap. That's probably even too much. And I kind of barely apply any pressure. I think it's better with blush to just build it up slowly, and then you can always add like a little pop in the center. But if you go in with excuse me, this is my old but good Bobbi Brown blush brush, but it's natural fibers and it really grabs powder. And the first time I used this, I was like, oh my god, it's so pigmented, like the Tom Ford blushes can be. But if you just go steady, I mean, there's no kick up. It's almost like a baked cream. But these two I love equally. We'll do a run through at the end. And then for all over the face, the kind of wild card, the product of the summer, as far as I'm concerned, is this, which is the what are they calling this? The Beige. All these things have such long names at the moment. Everything I've bought. Healthy Glow Sun-Kissed Powder. compact in light coral. There are 4, I believe, or maybe even more. I bought the lightest one because it's fine for me. It's not like it's not going to show up. It's plenty pigmented. I know sometimes with Chanel eyeshadows and cheek colours can be so pale, but I feel like the colour payoff on this is really good. So this is also a corally cheek, but a really soft take on it. For God's sake. The bronze is just a really nice tone, not too cool and pinky, not too warm. And then this highlight, okay, most highlights I'm a bit fussy about. This is quite gold, so I apply it but it's very soft, more like the Hourglass powders. It's not like a wham bam highlighter. And the 3 of them together you could get an eye look out of. So if you were going on holiday, you could take some sort of base product, this, a mascara, brow, and then a lippy, and you're done, because this can kind of do everything. So yes, it's expensive, but you get a ton of product. I think there's 15 grams in here. So, and with the shelf life being 18 months, you could use it this summer and all of next spring, summer. So this is a winner. And again, then you could skip the bronzing as well if you want to like take, you'd be surprised, I take really minimal makeup. I take one option only and just do that face, and then I might take something glittery to just press on the center of my eyelids, and maybe one slightly bolder lip for the evening. But I really take like 6 makeup products, no joke, when I go away. So again, the thing is with traveling, I would really like to take this. I mean, my big holiday to France, we are driving and going on the ferry, so we don't have to worry about luggage going in a hold. So I might be a bit more brave, but obviously you don't want a compact like this to smash. Eyes now, I do love my cream shadows, but I feel like when I go somewhere hot or humid, or, you know, in summer, I kind of like to play with colour and use powders. And with a base, I use the Rare Beauty eye primer, and I feel like they last a bit longer in hot weather and stuff like that, and I want to play with colour. Whereas with sticks, on the whole, I basically have like 3 or 4, and they're all quite oystery, neutral kind of colours. So for palette, I would say this is the palette of the summer for me. This is the Dior Backstage Eye Palette in 003 Warm Essentials, and I basically got it for that middle row, Tangerine, Poppy Coral and Brick Orange. But the reason I really wasn't going to get this, but the reason I caved is because I feel like the colour story at first sight is very summery, this middle row, but actually there's a lot of bronzes. This colour here is quite autumnal. It's kind of, what is that called? Matte Redwood. And the browns, and I feel like it's a very autumn pumpkin spice vibe. Excuse the hard pan, it's where I've been using a damp brush to line. And you've got shimmer, mostly shimmers, but some mattes, and it's just where I'm wearing it now, and I've put the really strong colours on, but I've used a very fluffy brush so that I get like a blown out diffused look. This is the Refa 27. Love this brush for like blending. Yeah, I feel like you can get a lot of different looks. If you think about this, this is the way I was thinking about it. You pick any 2 that are sitting next to each other if you're not sure and you've got a look. These two, this with this, this with this, this with this for a very coordinated, like, nude look. The dark brown with that one and that one. I mean, you can get like 20 looks out of this, so why not? Okay, and finally for eyes, I couldn't resist inserting this. I didn't get this when it first launched, and then I saw so many videos and I was just like, I have to have it. And when I first put it on, I think, wow, that's a bit bold for me. But whenever I wear this, my friends and family, even my husband, my kids are like, your eyes look amazing. And it is the Ombre Essential in the Jade Facettes in the greeny kind of tone. And I'll do it now for you, although actually I'm taking all my makeup off in a bit because I'm going for my Botox appointment, for an evening appointment, because it's the only time I could go. But I have been just doing it as a little pop. In that kind of inner corner, first, third area. And it's just butterfly wing pretty, if you know what I mean. And it seems to work with any colour story. Look at that. So I'm really glad I got this. And now finally onto lips. Okay, I've got three formulas. So first of all, a classic lipstick. This is Ginger. This is a new colour from Merit Beauty, and it is just a lovely, wearable, corally warm shade, but it's not bright orange and too summer specific. It would go fine with any autumn looks as well. And it's just a lovely creamy formula. This is not their new matte one. This is the Signature, is it called Signature Lip? Yeah, in Ginger. And I'm wearing a very pink balm now, so I'm not going to try it on for you because I don't have any wipes next to me except for the Flora wipes, which I cannot be putting on my face, but that's great. And then it's very similar to this, which is the Shade Slick. So this is their lip oil. I like the Jade translucent ones, and I think I need to re-buy my, is it Jade? The translucent one that I've had before, but I wanted to go back to a full pigment one. I've had the Pink Beat, which is the pinky kind of mauvey pink one, but I literally used that up. So I've gone for Marrakech, and it's very similar to the Ginger lipstick. So if you've got Marrakech, it goes great on top of this one. You can apply the Ginger and then just apply the Marrakech where you want shine in the center. So that's the Marrakech lip oil next to Ginger. Then next is a lovely new product, and I just fallen in love with it. Smells amazing. This is the new Lancome Butterglow balm, and I got one that I thought would be quite bold for a balm because they don't often have a lot of pigment. So I went with Heated Glow, and they just feel so good. And I would say about this balm, unlike the Dior ones and stuff like that, and some of the YSL ones, it grips and holds like a very moisturizing lipstick, and it's not all sliding around everywhere. You know how I almost get tempted to put my lip products, some of them, in the fridge in summer because they're just so melty and goopy. This is more kind of firm. It's just really brightening. It's a bit lighter than that one. I love it so much. And then this is what I'm wearing today, and I am obsessed. This is the Guerlain, oh my god, Kiss Kiss Bee Glow Balm. I mean, my name is Bee, so look, there's a bee. Now, I love all of these corally shades I've been showing you. Let's face it, it's all very peachy, very corally. But sometimes I want a bright bubblegum pink. And I ordered one of the Glossimer glosses from Chanel, and it came today. It's downstairs. And on the Chanel website, it looks bubblegum pink, but it's not. It is actually another slightly corally pink. So I'm going to order another shade. Well, I was, but then I got this, and I'm like, do I need both? So I went with this one that is very pink, which is Pop Rose Glow 458. And it is that bubblegum candy pink, but in a wearable sheer way. If I'm going to wear colours that are a little bit out of my wheelhouse, like reds and pinks or really strong oranges, I just go with something that is a sheer formula. Whether it is a lip stain, a lip balm with colour, or like some of those Glossier, like Generation G that is matte, but it's a barely there, you know, and then that's a bit of a sort of gentle way to get into those strong colours, but your lips show through a little bit. This formula is honestly so glorious, and I'm obsessed, guys, with, in summer I cannot maintain a matte lip. I just want my lips to be juicy and hydrated, and I go more towards shine. So I'm into my glosses, my oils, my balms, and also, you know, my lifestyle. I've got quite a lot of makeup on for me today for the daytime because I'm doing this video. But, you know, I go to school. I cannot be dolled up to the max. It looks ridiculous. And sometimes when you do your eyes and your face, you look nice, but like naturally enhanced. And then you put lipstick on and suddenly it's too much. So a sheer tinted balm is the way to go if you want your lips but better. But this one really has a decent colour payoff. It is very candy pink, shiny, not too goopy. New favourite. So I'm just going to run through the 10, although it's more than 10 right now. Again, foundation, MAC Face and Body. Favourite bronzing, again, by Terry CC Serum. Honourable mention, If you don't like the shimmer, Jones Road Bronzing Gel. Onto cheeks, the Beige Healthy Glow Compact with the 3 colours for all your cheek needs, and you can do your eyes. It looks great if you just run that bronzer into the crease and then put a little bit of this on the mobile lid and a bit of this under the brow. Beautiful. Okay, cheeks. Favourite is the Luminous Silk Cheek Tint from Giorgio Armani. Honourable mention if you prefer powder, the Haus Labs Pomelo Peach. So that's 6. And then we've got the single eyeshadow is the Jade Facettes, which you can do all over the lid, or like me, just a little bit there for a little flash of gold, antique-y gold, greeny vibes. This is also a great palette for summer. The Dior Warm Essentials 003. I was umming and ahhing about this, but ever since I got it, I've used it at least 3 times a week. That tangerine shade there is just so good, a wearable orange. And then onto lips. If you like your balms like me in summer because you want your lips to be juicy and plump and hydrated, and you can't be doing lip liner and matte lips and all the rest of it, I love the new Lancome Butterglow. It was weird, when I bought this, I went to a YSL counter, a Lancome counter, and they were like, oh, we received those, but we weren't told to put them out yet or like promote them. And she had to go and rummage around in a drawer and found these. And there's loads of shades and they are just beautiful. This one is Heated Glow. And again, I'll put all the numbers and colour references and stuff in my description. Or if you're a bit sick of all of this coraliness and peachiness going on here, I mean, I love it, who doesn't? And you want something more pink and Barbie-esque, then this Kiss Kiss Bee Glow is just, in Rose Pop, is just sheer bubblegum perfection. And sometimes I get sick of myself with all this coraliness and I just want a girly pink day. And then if you love merit like me, this is the lip oil in Marrakech, which is a kind of a warm, kind of almost orangey, it's not just a clean, bright coral in this way. It's more earthy. It's almost got a bit of a terracotta-ness to it and very similar in colour, but if you want a full lipstick, is the new shade Ginger. So those are the summery shades that I'm wearing on repeat, and I love them all, and I could have shown you more that I really do love, but I had to just limit it to those. I hope you like this video, and I will see you in the next one, which is a Totem handbag reveal. Take care.